We have the support in our state that I think is necessary. We stepped up. We asked the question, what should we do as a state? The idea, I go over to Community Trade and Economic Development, which is the home of the state equivalent to Head Start, and I say, you have the ECAP program. What is your mission? Well, the mission was community, helping in the community. That's the mission. So then I go to Head Start and Social and Health Services, and I say, what is your mission? We're supporting the families in the community. And so I ask, well, who has the mission of early learning? Where do I find that? And it couldn't be found. Multiple state agencies. And so as we began talking with the private sector about a newfound partnership, they made it very clear. We're not going to partner with all those state agencies with no defined mission and role for early learning. And so out of that, despite, you can imagine how negative it would be to create a new department, we in this state, and it's being talked about around the nation, created one entity. Its mission is early learning. It's the Department of Early Learning at the state level. And I want you to know that in large part, we can thank business people who came to all 4 caucuses and said, we believe this is the single biggest investment we can make in our students in the future of the state of Washington. So please make this happen. And it did. And then we looked around the country and we tried to look at others and how successful they had been or what their failures were and how we should model, and we really didn't find anybody we wanted to model after. So we said, you know what, we'll create our own partner, a private nonprofit foundation with monies coming in from business and nonprofits. The goal ultimately, of course, is quality education for every single child across the state. And out of that came Thrive by 5, a new foundation. Bill Gates Sr., if he's here today, is doing an amazing job of co-chairing that effort. I want to thank Bill and all of his passion to make it happen. I co-chair it with him and all of our colleagues. Again, we need to know in Washington State, we're just the beginning, but we are literally the talk of the country about they're doing it right in Washington State, community-based from the ground up, getting the research done, taking 2 pilots at White Center and Yakima, learning how you can really make it happen, spreading the wealth, and having a state agency that's there in support and not top down but bottom up. So I am very proud of what we've been able to do in the state of Washington. We have invested in our state equivalent to Head Start ECAP slots in a record number, the most since the inception of the program, to make sure that children are getting that kind of opportunity they need and deserve. We've increased the rate for the state to pay child care so that we know that working families in poverty are getting a chance to get quality care. We're improving child care quality. We've begun the idea of designing and trying out a voluntary rating system so when families go, they know what they really can expect for their child, and it's an incentive to those in that area to really improve, and we help them make that happen. And we are providing all-day kindergarten for children who need it the most. And what we did is we began phasing it in a year ago by starting with those who have free and reduced in a high number and making sure that they are in partnership with their community early childhood education programs so that it is absolutely seamless from early childhood into kindergarten and first grade. And oh, by the way, you've probably heard in Olympia that one of the budgets says we are going to reduce the number of kindergarten starts in the state of Washington. You can rest assured that ain't going to happen. But we must build on what we've started. We've got a lot of enthusiasm. It really is amazing. You were the beginning. We came along and said, let's help, let's support, let's really take it one step further. Washington State can be not only a leader in the nation, but it can be the leader to be found anywhere in the globe. But we need partners in that journey. None of us can do it alone. It's all of us working together. Those partnerships are clearly with our schools. I see Terry Bergeson, Superintendent of Public Instruction. She has been an amazing partner to say, we can make this seamless. That child can walk right into kindergarten and feel comfortable. And so that means that librarian helping that child out. It means everybody helping that child out. When the foundation for early learning is established in our communities, all children will be like a little guy named Justin. Justin, who started kindergarten with smiles and anticipation and excitement. Because you see, Justin was in our ECAP program. And Justin, while he was in that program, was allowed to go over and visit kindergarten every once in a while. So it was not a surprise and scary and new. It was just the next stage, the next step for Justin. And of course, he found that in kindergarten, they sang Slippery Fish, just like he was doing in early childhood education. So Justin was right at home. I want every kid in the state of Washington to feel right at home. Right at home when they enter early childhood education. Right at home when they enter kindergarten. Right at home when they graduate from high school. Right at home when they get a great trades job or go on to college. You, my friends, are our partner to make every child right at home. Thank you. God bless you for what you do. Thank you, dear. You bet. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.